Imagine standing on a stage preparing to give a speech to 150 strangers. Your heart races, your palms sweat. Now imagine giving that exact same speech to 3 close friends in your living room. The physical panic disappears. We are deeply wired to react to the mere presence of other people, but the way our minds handle a crowd depends entirely on where we stand. There is a psychological threshold we cross the moment we stop being watched by a group and start becoming part of one. In the 1960s, a social psychologist named Robert Zionk realized that an audience acts like a biological trigger. Having other people around us creates a low-level physical arousal. This phenomenon is called social facilitation. This chart shows exactly how arousal affects our output. When others are present, our physical arousal spikes. This extra energy strengthens our dominant responses, meaning our performance on easy tasks we've already mastered improves, but we struggle with difficult tasks that require heavy cognitive focus. You see this constantly in professional sports. Athletes practice physical skills until they are completely automatic. So when they are cheered by fans in a packed stadium, that social arousal pushes their performance to its peak. An audience acts as a magnifier for the skills we already have. But when we step off that stage and blend into the crowd ourselves, a different and much more dangerous psychological shift begins. A century ago, a French engineer named Max Ringelmann ran a simple experiment. He measured how hard individuals could pull on a rope. Then he put them on a team and had them pull together in a tug-of-war. The teams consistently pulled with only half the force of their combined individual potential. Ringelmann had discovered social loafing. This is the unconscious drop in effort that happens the moment we pool our work toward a shared goal. If we map this out, the trend is clear. This line graph plots our individual performance percentage against the size of our group. As you add more people to the team, the personal effort of every single member is steadily decreasing. The drop happens because we lose the one thing that keeps us accountable: individual evaluation. When your specific output can't be measured apart from the group, responsibility is diffused. You enter the free rider zone, where it becomes possible to benefit from the group's work while contributing very little. Hiding within a group erodes individual accountability. This vanishing sense of responsibility is the first step toward a total loss of personal restraint. If you take a group and make it large enough, or give its members a way to disguise themselves, you introduce a new variable: physical anonymity. You completely hide the individual's identity. Psychologists call this state deindividuation. It is a total loss of self-awareness. When we feel faceless, our concern over how others evaluate us drops to zero, and we abandon our normal moral restraints. This explains why normally rational people will join a mob to flip burning cars and set fires after a championship game. It is the same mechanism that drives anonymous cyberbullying. The cover of a screen or a massive crowd removes the social brakes. Look at this data from a study of trick-or-treaters. Researchers tracked how often kids stole extra candy. Children who were alone rarely broke the rules, but look at this massive spike. When kids were in a group and their identities were hidden by costumes, the rate of theft doubled. In a mob, physical anonymity severs the link between our actions and our internal moral compass. This escalation peaks when like-minded people separate into isolated groups. When a committee, forum, or faction gathers to discuss an issue, they rarely compromise. Instead, the shared agreement acts as an echo chamber, radicalizing their initial beliefs into extreme positions. This creates a condition known as groupthink. In highly cohesive, isolated groups, members will actively suppress critical dissent and ignore glaring flaws, all to maintain an illusion of harmony and please a strong leader. There is perhaps no clearer historical record of groupthink than the maiden voyage of the Titanic. The ship possessed a double hull and was widely considered an engineering marvel, but the crew developed a fatal illusion of invulnerability. Led by Captain Edward Smith, a highly respected directive leader, the officers received at least 4 direct telegraph warnings about icebergs. Instead of slowing down, the isolated group rationalized the danger away, convincing themselves the clear night sky made icebergs easy to spot. The psychological pressure to conform to the group's consensus blinded a room full of seasoned maritime experts to obvious, catastrophic flaws. Ultimately, their unity became a deadly liability. Human groups are not inherently malicious. They are a psychological amplifier. They can pull us to peak performance, but if left unchecked, they strip away our individual reason. We often fall into the trap of pluralistic ignorance. We sit in a meeting or stand in a crowd, falsely assuming that everyone else agrees with the extreme behavior or the flawed decision, so we stay completely silent. In the classic jury trial portrayed in 12 Angry Men, a lone juror forces a reevaluation of the facts by refusing to follow the crowd. Because groups often rely on the false assumption that everyone is in agreement, a single voice of dissent allows other members to reveal their own hidden doubts. By being the first to speak up, you dismantle the illusion of unanimity. We are social creatures, built to affiliate and achieve together. You can absolutely enjoy the power of the collective, but to survive it, you have to fiercely remember exactly who you are.